So this is it. This is a space where I live, work, play, laugh, cry, get excited, get stressed, relax. I'm happiest when I'm on the road. My travels is what you mainly know me for. Learning about America and fascinating culture and most incredibly beautiful nature is my true passion. A lot of my travels can get intense. I do sometimes wonder why I crave that so much. My home vibe is definitely more chill, designed to offset the travel adventures with calm and peace. Great in theory, not so much in practice. My search for peace is a never-ending work in progress, and my quest of figuring out the art of life will be a common subject on this channel. Now let me today bring you up to speed. Here's a quick rundown on my life so far. I was born on November 8, 1969 in Baku, Azerbaijan, USSR. My mom was a Russian literature teacher and dad was an opera singer. They already had one daughter. Then I was born, not a boy, but I was super cute, always smiling, so it turned out to be okay. When I was 3, we moved to Armenia, where both of my parents' careers took off. Mom would take my sister and I to travel with her a lot, and dad would bring us backstage to his performances, and I watched him transform into characters and then take his makeup off and becoming himself again. And a version of that eventually became my dream. I wanted to travel like mom and tell stories like dad. But as I became a teenager, I turned out to be difficult. I was curious and free-spirited, which was not a good look for a girl in patriarch society. So I rebelled. At 15, I started smoking, stopped smiling, and resenting the social norms became the theme of my life. At 18, I went to study musicology in conservatory, but Armenia was about to enter a historical period.
The disaster that summoned the Soviet
in my first year, Armenia got hit by a devastating earthquake. Thousands died. Grief and horror were everywhere. Then, soon after, war between Armenia and Azerbaijan broke out. A wave of Armenian cleansing started in Azerbaijan, and refugees started pouring in. Around the same time, USSR started finally breaking down, so I joined a group of school activists to support Armenian independence and to support our troops. We traveled with a group across the country with our missions. Quite a few of us, including me, found partners and got married. But things got from bad to worse fast. As war raged, food disappeared from the shelves. They started issuing vouchers for bread, butter, and rice. We lost access to gas and electricity. Winters were cold and dark. It was 1991. I was 22 years old, married, and very pregnant. We all moved into one room where we built a wood stove in the middle so we could keep warm. Country was in shambles, and it was terrifying to bring a baby into this darkness. But I did. And he was the most amazing gift I could ever imagine, with so much light to give, and truly defined purpose of my life forever. I am mom first and everything else second. At the end of 1992, we moved to America. It was truly a new world that I had absolutely no concept of. It was like I got another take on life. We were so poor and lived in a small apartment over a dumpster and drove a broken car, but we didn't care. We were free and so excited to live. We worked hard and raised family. I am now mom of not one, but 2 absolutely incredible humans. Not too long after we settled, I quit music, took huge loans, and went to study law. I really wanted to understand the heart of my new country, to which I was so incredibly grateful and to which I pledged my heart. Many years passed since then, and my first 2 lives, one back in Armenia and 2 of a poor young immigrant, got farther and farther in the rearview mirror. My life number 3 has begun. I became a full-time working mom, living in this house in the suburbs of LA. A dream life. But out of all times, it is here when things got complicated. And it is not what you think it is. Or maybe it is exactly what you think it is. I worked hard, raised my family. I no longer needed to worry about the necessities. By all standards, I made it. Life was supposed to be good. But something wouldn't add up. More established I'd become, more confused and unfulfilled I felt. Somehow I got wrapped up in a never-ending run, and more I ran, more I'd forget how to live. It took me years to realize the prize we work for here in the first world is just a tease for a bigger and better one that I didn't really need. I don't want to say it was all bad. It's complicated and deserves a separate conversation for sure. But for now, it was time to go back to basics, stop worrying about expectations, and be true to myself, follow my passions, a simple idea I had at 15. And I am at my life number 4 now. Family, part-time day job, traveling, filming, editing, growing my YouTube channel, figuring out life is my life now. I don't know what will go on this new page, but it is interesting how things work out. I'm a suburban American mom taking lessons from a girl from a faraway Armenia.